Okay, let's get this one over with. The title of today's anime is goddamn ridiculous. It sounds like Borat trying to say Mask of the Guy. Mask of Zeguy is a 1993 OVA that came and went, and that's about it. Written and directed by, Shigenori Kageyama, the director of the Queen's Blade visual book and the editorial supervisor of The Humanoid.
Coffee, my salvation from my day-to-day drudgery.
The OVA wound up laying dormant without much attention paid to it until Central Park Media picked it up for DVD release here in the States. Go ahead and guess when they did it. No, really, I'm serious. Guess. 2004. Bandai was releasing Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, Geneon was releasing Paranoia Agent, Central Park Media was releasing Mask of Zeguy. I'd go on, really, but trying to find out anything about this barely a blip on the anime radar is a Herculean task, because what information I can find on it is scant at best. As far as I can tell, this was not based off a light novel, video game, or manga, so it is one of the comparatively rare original OVAs at the time. And that's about as interesting as we're going to get on this episode. The calendar may say January, but here on Anime Abandon, it's Meh-uary. This is Mask of Zeguy. We begin with what looks like Masanori Kato and Nobunaga Oda's love child storming some poor schmo's domicile looking for, well, you know.
At last, I actually have it. The Mask of Zeguy. Now, old man, where's the bell?
I'll tell you, it's escaped through time. The descendants are the only ones who control it.
What's that? In that case, the priestess will be carrying it. It doesn't really matter. The Mask of Zeguy is the only thing I need.
Then what the hell were you asking about the bell for, asshole?
Whoever you are, I'm afraid you're a little too late. The Mask of Zeguy now belongs to Komei Shokatsuryo.
Komei Shokatsuryu. No. You're talking about the actual Komei from Romance of the Three Kingdoms, whose name was actually Zhuglong. Goddamn Japanese. Yeah, that's the big twist of this anime. Nearly all of the characters are actually real people from history. Think Read or Die, but without all of the cloning nonsense. And also the memorable characters. We'll get into this later as it crops up again, but rest assured the setup isn't nearly as interesting as it first sounds. Remember, Meh-uary.
Just who are you?
Second in command of Shinsengumi, Toshizo Hijikata.
And I'm here to challenge you to a children's card game. Alas, even Dan Green can't keep up with Komei here, not with his sand-filled werewolves running interference. You heard me, sand-filled werewolves. It's about here that you start to think that maybe this anime might have some schlocky charm to it, what with 19th century samurai on motorcycles and airplanes chasing each other into sky graveyards. But then the anime makes a hard left turn and reveals what it's actually about.
Sayaka, I thought that you were supposed to be my friend. Why are you hiding things from me?
I didn't hide anything. I just forgot to mention it is all.
Stay away from me. I hate you, Sayaka!
Wait, Miki!
Oh, great. Yup, it's an Alice in Wonderland plot as both girls are sent through a weird portal via Final Destination bullshit and straight into the clutches of the Red and White Queen here.
Soon I will control all of nature's fury. And then I will rule both worlds!
You know, in this crazy, topsy-turvy world of ours, it's comforting to know that cheesy villain laughs know no gender. Seems that Komei is her counsel, and he's chafing at being second evil banana to her and confides in Leonardo da Vinci here to gain his loyalty. Well, he's supposed to be Leonardo da Vinci, even though he looks like Sid from Final Fantasy IV.
I've spent my whole life inventing weapons of power and might, and don't want to see them go unfulfilled.
So, you want to test your weapons against living targets? You are a cruel man.
Historians hypothesize that Leonardo da Vinci intentionally sabotaged his own schematics by designing hidden faults within them to keep his commissioned work from actually being used in battle during the 15th and 16th centuries. Or he could have been a warmongering asshole, that too. In the meantime, the Red-White Queen has her werewolf minions abduct what they think is the priestess, since she has the bell. But if you may remember, that broke off this girl's satchel, making her the actual priestess. Which means there's no tension in the story whatsoever. Since the Queen is trying to open this gate and take over the world, the fact that she got the wrong girl to do it means she'll fail and we're all safe. In fact, if Flojo here didn't sprint after the getaway tank for a full minute, even though the fact that she kept up with it is kind of impressive, it would be just as effective at stopping the Red-White Queen as actually confronting her. Which feels like a point I've made many times here on Anime Abandon. Still, the human body can only take so much running, and Flojo winds up sucking wind and lost in this sort of weird world. I mean, they got green giraffe goats. That's something. Komei poofs into being to basically lay down the 411 on both the audience and Flojo, and explains that this world is actually the space between spaces, free from the linear progression of our world's time. Portals occasionally crop up, and people from all over history just sort of wander in, disoriented, and wind up spending the rest of their miserable lives here. You know, like Reno. Not sure what game Komei is playing here. There's no way he knows that Flojo is the priestess everyone is looking for, so what? Was he just in the area?
Where are we going?
I'll lead you back to our world where you know we both belong.
Great, but what about my Sayaka? I can't possibly leave here without her.
I really wouldn't be surprised if your friend had already returned.
A girl that was kidnapped by werewolves. Yeah, she's totally safe. I can't impress upon all of you enough just how pointless this whole kidnapping plot is, especially when the anime keeps cutting back to the Red-White Queen bombastically talking about how she's gonna get Zeguy's power, when you know for a fact she won't. So all this does is just pad the running time. Also, Leo? What in the hell is this?
Once the priestess awakens, put on Zeguy's mask and begin the chant. Do not stop chanting for any reason at all.
Okay, Washu's shoulder puppets were annoying too, but at least they fit her character. This, on the other hand, I just... What? Snap back to Flojo, who just bumbles across some locals who communicate telepathically for some reason. Seems they recognize her from the town statue.
The crown is glowing? Are you saying it's never done that before? Then why would it glow now? Oh, because of me.
Why do I get the feeling that the voices she hears inside her head echo? Leo launches his attack in an attempt to grab the crown, which somehow is going to help him overthrow the Red-White Queen. But it's snatched up along with Flojo by Dan Green.
Sayaka is not the priestess. The true priestess of Zeguy is Miki.
And you know this how? Oh shit, wait, no. Forget I said anything. That just make this tripe longer.
But I know that Toshizo Hijikata and Genai Hiraga lived 100 years ago.
I can understand your amazement, Miki. This world and ours are linked at many different time points. No one knows when they will appear or disappear.
Hey, it's Jane's dad from Tarzan. Wait, you said his name was Hiraga Genai? Wasn't this guy also in Read or Die? Yeah, he was the guy who pulled an Independence Day and blew up the White House. It's like this guy's the anime Nikola Tesla. He just shows up all over the place.
If our cat brought your friend Sayaka to this world, that means your friend must be descended from Shamus, the priestess of Zeguy.
Wait a minute, I thought she was supposed to be the princess of Zeguy.
What? Who do I look like? Princess Shamus.
You know what? I would believe this character mistook priestess for princess, and that Central Park Media weren't being lazy assholes and left a blown take in the final cut. The three ain't given much time to breathe before the werewolves come around. Seriously, I will never get over this. This anime has werewolves on motorcycles, and they somehow made it boring. Though, I will admit, seeing Dan Green score double points by slicing one in half and taking out another via teabag does make me a little giddy. But the reason why this is so boring is because the characters have nothing to them. They're the very definition of one note. It doesn't help that this setup has been done a million times. A child falls into a mystical land and finds out she's the special, and since the anime has nothing else going for it to help differentiate itself from the other dime a dozen stories like this, aside from telepathic villagers, no real interest can be fostered. But then the anime does something weird and snaps you back into what's going on. But not in the way you expect.
You should never underestimate my ship. It's powered by an engine of living electromagnetic ore.
What?
The heck are those things coming out?
They're droppings from our living engine.
Ew, that's gross.
Gross? This is precious energy we're wasting on those fiends.
You took out a werewolf on a motorcycle with electric shit, and the anime plays it out like it's no big whoop. What are you doing? You need to frame this insanity for what it is. Insanity! This is like if Bad Bull 34 played the pube grenade scene like this. Oh, hey, Eddie, I totally forgot about it till now. I actually tied some grenades to my pubes for just such an occasion. Hold on, let me fish one of these bad boys out. There we are. Oh, you probably don't want to hold this. I don't blame you one bit, man. Hold on, let me take care of this. Whoa! Woo! Got 'em all! Hey, Eddie, let's go get Shake Shack to celebrate. Eddie, Shake Shack. Oh, you're probably still worried about the 12 bullets I took to the ass earlier. Don't worry about it. It looks way worse than it feels. But don't get me wrong, stings like the dickens, but, you get through it. While the werewolves are easily dispatched, the cyborgs are another story and manage to corner Flojo and Ganai on their magical hover ship powered by a sentient engine, when all of a sudden Dan Green makes the save by pulling a hard-boiled and launches his motorcycle into one of them, blowing them up. If this OVA were just that sentence I just said, it would have been the greatest anime of all time. Instead, it's not.
Oh, wow. My hair's a mess and I need a bath. Yeah, that's what I really need.
Huh? Huh?
I knew it! The OVA just continues to limp along with Dan Green and Ganai dropping off Flojo back at the village and getting out of Dodge, and really, who can blame them? That is, until Dan Green magically divines that Flojo is being attacked by Kome and races back to help her. But it seems their services are needed because they slipped her the crown that was on the statue's head, and it reacts to Flojo and it go boom.
Yes, so she is the priestess of Zeguy. It's a good thing we gave her the crown.
We already know she's the priestess! God damn it! This anime repeats itself so much, I'm surprised I didn't review this on Groundhog Day! So after they regroup at a completely necessary bath scene, the three make off for the gate to stop the Red White Queen and save Flojo's friend, when DaVinci drops in and all of a sudden I feel like I'm watching Flash Gordon. If only this anime had its own Brian Blessed.
Oh, well, who wants to live forever?
When I grow up, I want to be Brian Blessed. If you told me when I started Anime Abandoned that I would review an anime where Leonardo da Vinci shoots down a flying ship while werewolves on paragliders surround it, and I'd be bored to death by it, I would have socked you right in the face, Trumpet. Oh, the arrogance of youth. But still, Dan Green once again makes the save by rescuing a falling Flojo. But even better news, there's only 10 minutes left of this anime! In all honesty, it seems that the OVA is just as excited to get itself over with as we are, because immediately after they bullshit their way out of being attacked by DaVinci by having their weird metal pill bug of an engine give birth to a bunch of proton torpedoes... Sure! They immediately smash cut to them knocking on the Red White Queen's door with a fireworks cannon. Well, that was easy.
It's all over, Himiko.
an hour-long joke! You mean to tell me that this stupid crap, with all of its tail-chasing plot lines, forgettable characters, stupid conceits, and meandering dialogue about how historical figures might have also wandered into this land, it all amounts to the villain being taken out in a single sword stroke? This is genius! I can't think of a better way for this POS to end than on a perfect anti-climax like this! She's not dead, is she?
You're too late. I have all Zeguy's power.
You couldn't even fuck up right. You had the perfect drop the mic ending, and then all of a sudden you pick the mic back up and apologize for dropping it. You complete and utter assholes. It's not like the real ending gives us anything better, because how can you improve upon a perfect turd like that? It just sort of peters out with Flojo going Super Saiyan and blasting the Red White Queen to bits. And both Flojo and her friend wake back up on the bus like nothing ever happened. If only that were the case. Up yours, Mask of Zeguy. In all honesty, the word I would use to describe it is amateurish. Not the art or animation, even though they're nothing to write home about. It's the storytelling that comes across like that. If I stopped this review to count how many times the characters talk about something that does not matter, or has a turn that adds up to nothing, it would be as long as the anime itself. I doubt that there's enough material here to concisely tell a single episode of an anime story, let alone 75 minutes worth. And the most frustrating part is that there are parts and elements here that feel like if they were in a bolder anime, it would make for a sublimely coked out thrill ride. But it keeps missing these opportunities and quashes whatever momentum it could gain for itself. Believe me, after sitting through this, I need a good mindfuck to jolt me out of my seat. And since this is also the time of year in which I review some of the most out there anime ever to be released, I think it's time for us to go back to an old friend of ours in Go Nagai. Till next time.